Yeah. So I think it's also good for you guys who learn this. You learn about all this stuff. Please help those who are in the group. Okay? Please help those who are in a group, yeah? So because in the group, a lot of them will be asking, what to use this, what to use that, and stuff like that. I hope you guys can actually assist on that part too. Okay? Yeah, they will be a great help because sometimes the more important questions I will just jump in. Yeah, if already well known, you can point them to the YouTube link that was already inside the group. Yeah. Now, let's get started with Qimen formations. Now, although I'm going to talk about these Qimen formations, I think it's better that I just start it off like a date selections things to talk about. Is that okay? Is that okay for you guys? I just talk this based on Qimen date selections topic. Yeah. If it's not, yeah, I think you guys will be super confused with whatever the formations that I'm going to talk about later on. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to first to share with you guys about this thing first. Let me get a whiteboard. Okay. New whiteboard. So, Qimen date selections. So I just skip other part. I'm not going to tell you about the 12 group, the 12 officer. Some of us, we are well versed with 12 officer, right? So it's not about 12 officer. It's not about the yellow black belt. Okay. It is also not about the constellations. Okay. It is also not about the Donggong Drake. So each of these is a systems of date selections. Okay, my pen is really not that good in this part. Okay, yeah, this is the 12 officer to 12-day officer, which is the success days and all these things, right? And then the yellow black belt is also somehow related to the 12 animal sign, like the 12 officer. Constellations is a system of 28 days continuously running. Donggung date is a special things that actually being researched on all the dates. Okay, is research on all the dates that these dates, this year, this date, these dates always bring auspicious related activations or results. Okay, Donggung date is like that. Yeah, constellations is 28 days. Yeah, so 28 is a continuous cycle. Yeah, but in Qimen date selections, we don't use this at all. Yeah, Qimen date selections have its own specific way of usage, which is related to the stem interactions. Okay, Qimen is more related to stem interactions. Yeah, but I'm not going to share that with you guys. That one you might want to go into certain Qimen class to give you further information. So what I want to give you guys the base so that you can know why the formations is called formations. Okay, a lot of us learn the formations. We only thought it is 9 dun, 5 feet. Correct? Yeah. And then the nobles, no need to talk about. Nobody talk about the nobles. Okay, the three trinity, nobody actually talk about that. Hardly people saying anything about the usage of them. Okay, is one of the things about the noble is they are integrated with the 9 duns and 5 fits. Yeah. So the base of Qimen date selections lies in I can say lies in 3 layer of the what we call the useful God. One is the stem, the other one is the doors, and last one is the deities. This is called the 3 layers that we always use. So some of you guys who follow me with my class, you will know that in Qimen date selections, it is very important to see Yik Ping Ting in date selections. Yeah. So remember this, yeah, guys. Yeah. If you are looking into your personal chart, okay, personal integrated to your chart, you want to pick a date that's good. You need to pick Yik Ping Ting, especially it was a heavily stem. Okay, at the top, yeah. So this is the 3 stem that we use the most for any date selections. And 3 doors that we use the most is live doors. Open door, and then the rest doors. Okay, so in Qimen, the most auspicious 3 doors is these 3. We don't use the Envoy door. Okay, Envoy door sometimes is very hard to select. Yeah, and then you got 3 deities, which is the chief. Okay, chief, 9 heaven, and 9 earth. In any form of Qimen date selection, is all lay down to this 9 specific useful God. We like to use a lot. It doesn't matter where they are, as long as landed on one palace, it will be good. Okay. Yeah, when this 3 means any of them, because this is called 3 layers. We want these 3 layers to come together. You can see Yi open with 9 earth. You can see Ping fire with rest door and chief. You can see Ting fire with live door and 9 heaven. This is the component we like to see in any form of date selection. This is the base of the base. Without looking into, is this 4 harm, this DE graveyard, 6 quite striking punishment? We don't even care about that at the first. We use this as the component. Yeah. So this is the basic of Qimen date selections. Yeah. It also lead into the creations of the 9 duns, specifically go to creations of the 9 duns. Yeah. So what is that supposed to mean? Because we don't understand the 9 dun. What's the meaning of 9 dun? It's a force. Okay, 9 forces in achievement out of war, like really the war time. We use this as strategies to attack. So the 9 force most likely is the component to attack, to launch, to strike someone. Okay, so 9 forces are related to that. So it's to strike. And if you learn Qimen, you will know that all of these stem and doors and the deities are the most auspicious element in Qimen chart. So almost all the 9 forces are the combinations of these 9 specific Yusugo. Okay? Yeah, so you need to learn this at first. If you don't know anything, you don't know the false, you don't know the fake. Of course, the fake got a little bit different to use that, because the fake, we use the inauspicious. Okay, the 5 fake somehow related to inauspicious usage. Okay, inauspicious means they will use death door, they will use harm door, they will use delusion doors. The 5 fake we've targeted on using the unconventional because they want to deceive. Okay, they want to deceive, they want to make something appear as it is, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, so it's a trap when it was used to fake. The force is used to attack because it is too yang. Yeah, too yang. Yeah, so when you look in the 5 fake, they will use the gui water, they will use the somehow also use other related component. Of course, the 9 force have it, but you will see the auspicious one still supporting it. So all the formations coming from Qimen started from this. Yeah, so some of you guys might not know about this. So I'm just sharing this with you guys. Okay, now this is the base. No matter what you do, if you're going to do your own date selections and stuff like that, you are thinking about, these days, I get into knowing that this is the days, and I saw Yik painting appear. I should utilize it when it was specifically landed on my destiny chart, my destiny palace. Yeah. If you are going into the forecasting, because these 9 components are very important in Qimen usage. These 9 Yusu God. Yeah, these 9 Yusu God, because they represent auspicious, they represent good, they represent generous, they represent they are not selfish. Okay, they're always generous to give out. There's no hidden intentions. There's nothing bad ideas coming out of it. It is all these 9 that was actually to give this part. Yeah, so if you're in the forecast, this is one of the good components as a solution box. If you're using strategic executions, it is one of it. Okay, so that's why when you learn, you want to use, you need to know the base. Okay, now since we talk about that, then we need to lead into the component of the Yik Ping thing. Why is it that it was so important? Why other component was considered as selfish? Okay, why other component considered as selfish? Yeah, this is because the Yik Ping thing is the one that helped the Jia, which is the king, to manage the kingdom. Okay, even at this Wu, it is still part of a very selfish related stem. So from Wu onwards, this is called the crescent, the 6 crescents. Yeah, but the weirdest part of it here, something advanced. The weirdest part of it, in one of the way to look into the lead stem, the 6th leader of the 60 pillar group. Okay, the leader need to be selfish. Okay, because the leader itself, you got the 60 jiazhe will spread into 6 group, 60 pillar, go into 6 group. 6 group have 6 leader. 6 leader related to 6 crescent. Okay, so each of this is one of the leader based on the 60 pillar. It was never this, never this, never this, and of course, start from this guy. Yeah, so this is something that when we learn, we are not told of, and we are not teach or share about this kind of informations. Yeah, so each of them will have their own mind because they need to be a leader and they need to be selfish somehow. Okay, they need to be selfish. They also need to have their own mind. Okay, because to have become a leader, they need to be strong enough. And of course, all these leaders have weakness. Have a weakness with them. Yeah. So if you learn dig selections, once that you know that this three guy is the most generous person, have no selfish intentions in whatever they are doing. Okay, then you will know that if you pick this, 五二 GF 更新人魁, they can still be used as a date selections. It doesn't matter, yeah. So a lot of us will learn, we just want the auspicious timing. We just want the auspicious. It doesn't look, it somehow, sometimes you need to have a control. Yeah, and it's not always the good things come to you. When you're doing date selections, sometimes you have to tweak them. Yeah, so you need to know. If you are generous, you want everything auspicious, everything easy, it's a yik ping ting stand. Correct? If there are certain things that you want to hold on, then it's a 6 questions that you select as a date selections. These only additional informations. Okay? But once that you know about that, when you look into the 9 force and also the 5 fake, the way that you look at them, you will totally change. Because now you know that if this is it, there's directions that is more into selfish needs. It is more internal rather than external. So this energy is more internal usage rather than external usage. Yeah. So when you make wish, when you want to cultivate yourself, is it yik painting or is it the 6 Christ striking, the 6 questions? It is obvious it's the 6 questions. Okay, yeah. Now, so when you look into the 6th battalion, this is something you guys need to know. Yeah, when you learn about the 6th battalion, I think last time I talked about this too, right? The Green Dragon return, Jia and Wu, they all actually, even that Jia, because the Yik Ping thing need to help the Jia, right? If the Yik Ping thing need to help the Jia have nothing to give them, but only title and power. Okay, to bestow to the Yik Ping thing. Now, this is why there was given the name the 3 nobles. We don't question when we learn, but now I tell you, you get the ideas. Yeah. So this guy, somehow, for my personal opinion, this is another guy who don't know anything. Okay, who are just lucky to be there, that own the empire and own the kingdom. That's why we call him the king. But if the king is capable, why does it need the 3 noble? If the king is capable, why is it there is art of war? The war happened, the Qimen wars happened. Okay, so when you look into the perspective of it, I would say the Jia It is part of another element that is only thinking for himself. Okay, for me, for others, maybe not. So I'm just giving you an ideas when you look into formations, what you should look at. So in the end, you will realize it because some of the component related to this, some of the formula related to this. Yeah. So then you will know that, okay, if you're looking into green dragon return, you must have what? Power because of the jar, or money because of the worth. Okay, because worth govern capital, govern treasure. Yeah, so like this, you will then realize that, oh, okay, these few guys, it is more into that sense. So when you look into that, this is the heavenly stamp, represent intentions at the first place. Is it personal needs? Yes. Is it nurturing the right peace person? Yes. And is this person generous enough to come back and support? Yes. That's why you see Green Dragon return. The formation is named in that way. Okay? Yeah. Then, of course, when you look into the flying bird into cave, then the intentions is different right now. Yeah. That's why flying bird into cave indicates that you are generous. You need to be in a place where people have the resources, people have the power, yeah, and you are generally giving back to them. So when you manifest, you are in the right place, right time, meeting the right person. You need to go there and to find it. Flying bird into cave. Yeah. Then when you look into Ding Noble, of course, Ding Noble are not related to this. Okay, Ding Noble are not related. Ding Noble is, this is the third person in the kingdom who are having the innovations how to reinvent the entire kingdom, find out new rules, find out new inventions, creations that everybody can upgrade, level up. So when you give the person an envoy door, this person will be able to execute all the ideas that was actually given. Okay, so when you learn Jade Maiden, why is it related to studies? Why is it related to noblemen? This is part of it. Yeah, this is part of it. Yeah, especially Ting Fire meet with Jia Wood. It's a very good nobleman related formula. Okay, very good related formulas. So then explain one by one the functions of them. Okay, now when you look into oops, okay, I put the wrong one. Okay, wait. Is it I put the wrong one? Let me go double check first. Yeah. Let me go open the other one. Yeah, it is not scenery door, it's an open door. Okay, correct. Now, this is real deceptions. Okay, real deceptions. So when you learn just now, the base of the Qimen date selections, we say Yig painting, live door, open door, rest door. Okay. And what is the belief? Now, a lot of master out there, they don't really like the concept of the deities. I'm not sure you guys are into that, yeah? Because I learned quite a numbers of it. I go through a lot of studies before. A lot of them doesn't like the usage of the deities at all. But inside Qimen, in the date selections, deity is part of the most significant related component for date selections. It was shown because the only formations that we understand comes from the deities itself. A lot of times, the deities play the functions. The real energies come from the deities. Yeah. So the first thing you see is the green dragon return, flying bird into cave, and also the thing, the jade maiden. They do not use the deities at all. Okay, it is only relate back. It is only relate back to the strength of the Yik thing. So once that you move forward, then you realize that you go into real deceptions. Then the real deceptions, the three deceptions, the real deceptions, double deceptions, and also the noble deceptions, the deities now comes to play along. Okay, so when you learn formations, you want to learn date selections. Something very special about this is when we talk about deceptions, these three particular deity provide the energies for deceptions. So real deceptions use the great moon. Great moons means hiding or dig out certain informations coming out from the other party. Yeah, so normally what you would use with real deceptions. Maybe you want to find out certain secret about some locations, some deals, or maybe you know something, or maybe you don't know anything at all about the problem and weaknesses about someone, informations, a company, a job that you interview on. You can use real deceptions to find out the real thing happening behind before you make any decisions. Yeah, because when the combinations come in, Yik Ting, live door, open door, and rest door is what we call the most yang related actions. When you say deceptions, you're supposed to do yin related. Okay, yin means hiding, yang means expose. Yin means hiding, hiding. Yeah, I think the hiding word is better. Okay, so when you look into great moon, then you realize that, oh, okay, so the actions, the talking is a very exposed related component, but the intentions and the faith and the belief behind of it is a yin related component. You're doing an actions externally, trying to gain informations that is internally coming out from somebody. Yeah, real deceptions. Of course, you can use it in a reverse way. When you're hiding from someone, you're trying to lie to somebody, giving informations to put into someone, you're also using the great moon. So there's a external usage and there's an internal usage. Okay, now, any questions with this? Is it interesting to dissect the entire formations of that? Now, if I go on this kind of speed, yeah, tomorrow we will not finish this. But I think it's good to go into this. Anybody? Any questions? Persuader say it's a lucky king. It is a lucky king. If it's a king who didn't do any of the problem, the war will not start and there is no Qimen. Moon isn't, you can't say is auspicious or inauspicious. When you're going into date selections, there is no auspicious and inauspicious actually. There is no. It's only a usage. When you want to use it, you will find out something special when you go on into the formations. It's supposed to be, it is not a good thing. Because great moon means hiding. Great moons means doesn't allow you to see the things. But when you use it as a date selections, no, it is not like that. Okay? Yeah? So this is about the great moon. Okay? So you got Yik Ping Ting, live door, open door, rest door. Now, next one, double deceptions. You see, the great moon is yin, 9 earth. Of course, when you learn Qimen, you say it's a yang-related deity. But when you use its function, it is more related to absorbing to stabilize, to find foundations. Okay? 9 earth are related to that. Stabilize, balance, lead into the calm state. A calm state deceive others. A calm state means that when you know somebody is harming you, you just stand there and receive. That is called double deceptions. Yeah. And most likely double deceptions is like you become a good listener and the other party will feel insecure and leak out all the informations. Or when someone are looking at you, realizing that you not reacting, the other party will overreact. And when overreact, will lead into the person leaking out informations to you. Okay? So most of the time, double deceptions as a 9 earth, you're a good person. You open with a welcome arm, and the other person come to you. You agree with their thing, but you know it's not wrong. You know it's wrong. You agree with it, but in the end, this person will overreact and somehow will have a lot of information giving out to you. Okay? Yeah? How do you counter? Okay, this is not about counter class. Yeah? I'm teaching you about the formations, how they actually come up. Okay? To counter the person, then you need to know how to use Qimen as well. Okay? You need to use how to use Qimen as well. But it's hardly to, once that, now, let's go into another way to talk about this here. Whatever that was being shared in here, isn't it also tell you, also teach you that when a person want to perform in that way, the person need to do something. Is it correct or incorrect? How about yes for correct? At least you guys are... Yeah. So based on that, I already teach you the highest level of Qimen usage. If you understand, Qimen, even though you backface, as a really good out of war strategies, advisor, a war advisor, you need to know that if one person need to fall into your trap, the trap need to be laid down first. If a trap not laying down, then how is it the person will fall into that? Correct? When you put a trap, let's just say this is the trap. Correct? You still need to rule the enemy to walk into this trap. Correct enough. So a lot of time, people who are using the Qimen Art of War, Qimen strategies, strategic execution, we are using it in a more subtle way. What is that supposed to be subtle? Means that you backface. You move there. Yeah, that is a subtle way. There is the energy helping you. But to amplify 10x the things that you're doing, you need to do something to rule the enemy to go into that trap. They cannot fall in by themselves. Yeah. Highest level of Qimen, yeah. So this one also related to forbidden technique. Some of you guys who learned forbidden technique before, it is only a technique. It's a theory. To fully use it, you need to know how to make the person come. So any strategic executions, anything like those Chinese New Year event that I shared, the usage of Chinese New Year, I mentioned it a lot of times. The highest level of Qimen usage, the person must execute. You need to make the person execute. Yeah. So how to avoid? How to avoid? The more that you learn the executions, the more that you learn people behavior, the more easy you will take notes about someone is trying to do something. Correct or not? Metaphysics is one of the tools that teach you how humans behave. Yeah, metaphysics actually teach you like that. So the more that you learn, the more that you realize that if the person is performing that, you will already have the sense that you should not fall into this trap. Okay, so another word for that layman term to avoid is to stay calm in any situations. You will not get into a trap. You will not be invited into a trap. The more easy that you get angry, emotional, the more easy you will fall into a trap. Is it a bit philosophical here? You guys good with that? That is a good direction for you. That is a good guide for you guys. Yeah? Stay calm. Do not be emotional. In any situation, stay calm. Especially our snake year this year. So you already see all the things, yeah? You want to make people to fall for you. You must make the other party emotional. The more angry you are, the more you trying to scold the other person, the more you fall into the trap. Yeah, and that trap is the one that controls you. So once that you realize that, you don't do that. Okay? In any states of life, anything that happened with you, stay calm. Okay, this year is actually the keywords this year is be less angry. Okay, so 9 Earth This is the double deceptions because it's bringing stability, it's bringing balance. This is also the energies to stay calm. Okay, stay calm. Let everyone do the things they do, and the truth will come out later on. Yeah, so double deceptions have this. Is it interesting? Number one, you find this interesting, learning in this way. There's a lot of things to learn, yeah, behind of all this. Not just in that in this. Okay. Do not be angry, do not be all-knowing. That's one thing, yeah. Because the more all-knowing you are, the more easy you get angry. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? The more all-knowing you are, the more easy you get angry. Oh, I know that. Supposed to be that. This is the way. Yeah, you cannot do that. This is the way. Then you get angry for killing your brain cell. Okay? Now, that's why in Qimen, why we call all of this formations as strategic execution, as an art of war. Okay? It teaches you a lot of things behind. Yeah? It teaches you a lot of things behind. This is a very good, when you learn something, just learn it because of the energy. Learn it also because of the wisdom. Without the intentions, nothing can be used. Okay? So nobility deceptions. Now we see another 6 harmony. Do you realize that the great moon talk about the great moon actually talk about more inner related connections? The ninth earth is talk about compassion type of relations. And also you look into 6 harmony, it's talking about relationship type of connections. Yeah. So when it maybe nobility deceptions means that when you want to use this, it is now you're trying to connect with the person. This is your enemy. Yeah. You see here it mentioned friends with the rival. Make sure the other parties believe you are the nobleman. Okay. Now, what to use with this? Office politics, people that doesn't like you, go and make friends with a person, use the nobility deceptions to go and make friends with a person. Yeah. Friend with the the enemy of your enemies, all right, is a friends to you. Is it like that? Yeah. It's a friends to you. So friends with that, the other party. So nobility deception is to go and make friends, make connections, support the person. So when you see a cliff at the front, you tell the person you'll be successfully jump over and you become successful, maybe reach the enlightenment. This is how you do it, yeah? Nobility deception is like that. You go over the cliff, support the person. This is the way that you go. That is nobility deceptions. Okay? To make sure the other party believe you as nobleman. So 6 harmony is like, oh, no problem. I just, we're all friends and all these kind of things. Have you had any 6 harmony friends? Do you guys have it? This 6 harmony will like to mediate all relationship problem. Any one of you have that? 6 harmony like to do that. Yeah? If you've got friends like that is 6 harmony. They like to mediate all type of relationship problem. So you please don't tell the person, I'm not really good with my fathers, I'm not really good with my mothers. The 6 harmony will come in and tell you, oh, let's do something. Okay, so that is the usage of 6 harmony now. You see, the dig selections, Any formations come in that way. These are all the auspicious, and this is the one that drive them. Okay, that drive them. So when the deity itself, this tell you what is the function of deities. Yeah. This tell you the function of deities. Any questions with that? Anybody? Okay, no wonder. Yeah. Now, then we go into the 9 dun. Okay. Heaven dun. Okay. Now, these are all the forces. Forces doesn't, of course, some of them require deities, some of them doesn't, but most of them no, I think. Yeah, half. Okay. In the heaven dun is a force. Force means the armies is marching. Wow. Okay. See you, Mary. Super dry. Okay. Heaven dun. Yeah. So whatever with the dun is a force marching. I'm not sure you guys have learned any war formations or not. Okay. Any war formations, yeah. But I teach in a class. Yeah. Now, when you look at this, these are combinations with the functions of the combinations. Okay. You will see this are related to flying bird into cave. Ping and Ting is a nobleman formations. Okay. Ping itself with open door. Whatever with Ping, this is something special when you learn, yeah. Whatever with Ping fire represent consistency. Ping fire means there is no others, there's no evil intentions, or you can say there is nothing related to flexibility. They're just not flexible. Yeah. They are straightforward. Yeah. So when a ping fire is like that and is being given with the live doors and open doors, the ping fire will double up the functions or 10x its functions. Okay. What is this ping fire do will become absolute. Yeah. So when you see the structures means, the heaven duns indicates that everything was given the right time to use it, either to announce a great outcome, okay, presented good news, to further influence all others, create stability and maintain success. When a ping fire is the intentions, every time we do dig selections, the ping fire is going to be the top. Yeah. When you go into intentions, because ping fire represents the intentions, the bottom part is only the support. The doors represent the ability to execute. Yeah. So when a ping fire already named or being seen as the most straightforward person, whatever that this person say do or announce, yeah, people will just straight away believe it. Okay, people will be influenced by it because of the strong presence of the pink fire in here. It's all yang type of actions. So in a war, when the heaven dune appear, yeah, heaven dune means this person as a war, the formations is like a qian okay, like a qian forcing in because of the mighty strong presence of the pink fire. So when you learn the art of war, Yik Ping Ting, okay, Yik Ping Ting, this three person, Yi is the advisor, the storyteller. Okay, Ping is the one that run the whole kingdom with routine and rules. You can say laws. Okay, Ping Fire is the innovator, the one to know who to use, where to use is a Ping Fire. So when you see a Ping Fire already well known for a straightforward, no other problem, only see and do whatever was given. If a Ping Fire come out say that, oh, I'm going to win this war, it is the truth. Because Ping Fire will never lie. So when you use the energies that time, it is to command, it is to become a leader, right? If you command money, money is yours. Okay, if you command the heaven, heaven is yours. This is the energies that represent that. Now, a lot of us who use formations, we don't realize that if you want to use certain formations, we need to be the energy first. We need to be the energies first. Okay? This is something that people don't know, yeah, because again, like just now, the trap, you want to utilize the energy, you must be it first. You must rule to become it. So if you know about that, you need to become it first. That's why you can do these formations. Yeah? Now, of course, others will relate to this too. Any questions with this? Is it too much? Should I not explain this? I just give you the things. Some people told me that I should do a more, how to say, 1 hour stuff so that it doesn't become so confusing. Sometime, yeah. Too deep. Everybody else okay? Yeah. That's why I give you the initial point. When you do a date selections, it is what? Yik Ping Ting. No need to think. Yik Ping Ting. And then rest door, live door, open door. It's always this, yeah. So if you go into the if you go into the day selections, you can actually do that. Okay. Wonder what kind of Qimen formations 5 don't employ by Trine sparks the trade war. That one, no need to care. That one is a party thing. That's why it's a party thing. This was supposed to be an angry year. It's supposed to be an angry year. You don't realize? Do you realize? Yeah? Yeah, Augustine say, haven't done your favorite. Of course, this is where you strike lottery. Yeah? Everybody okay with this? because I need to use back the original component, then it's easier to talk about it. Okay, then you guys will know, oh, actually the Qimen dig selections, all the formations are like that. So the more that you understand the step, especially the force, yeah, the more that you understand the stem, the more that you realize that, okay, it's all about the stem. Yeah. Now, next one, the earth tune. So this related to somehow, if we talk about the art of war, Qimen wars, this is a very good to explain. Yeah. If we're talking about Qimen wars, yeah. So the war happened because Jia, the war happened because Jia is having a nice timing with GF. Yeah. The first encounter is Jia itself do not know how to manage. I'm just giving you a storytelling. Yeah? So don't use it to go and find the old text. It's not like that. I'm just giving you how this come out and why is it this is good to tell you in this way. So my own way of teaching. Yeah. Okay. Do not know how to manage. Okay. And somehow have a lot of time with GF. So, you know, in the old, if you look into the creations of gods, if you look into creations of gods, yeah, the movie. So this is the concubine, and this is the king. So the original story of the creations of God is the king with the concubine are too busy with themselves, and nobody managed the kingdom. And because of that, okay, the king come in to strike the king. Shortcut of the entire Qimen wars, yeah, it's actually the same in that movie. I just use that movie as a reference. Okay, the king cannot withstand because this king are not managing the kingdom nicely, and of course, according to the creations of gods, a lot of people get killed because they retaliate, they go against the king's orders or go against the king's ruling. So the king cannot withstand the situation, come into take over the kingdom. That is what the war actually happened. Yeah. So when you look into Earth Dune, yeah, Yitwood is the advisor of the war. Yeah, advisor of the king itself. Right? So this advisor now meet with the concubine. So Yit and GF, is it a clash or not? Everybody. Number one. Is this a clash? Number one. If you learn like this, it's actually very interesting. Yeah. So when Yit would clash the GF, that indicates that the Yit would want to bring balance to the kingdom to go against the GF, means totally against this person, because this person has caused the king mismanage the entire kingdom. So you can say that with open door, this advisor completely open to go against this GF, tells everyone that this GF is not good, so that the problem can be solved in that moment of time. Okay? Yeah? So the open door comes in, tells the story that the Yit would now take the leadership to expose everything, okay, to expose everything, to say where is the problem actually is and how that we want to counter the problem. Now, because of that explanations, so in the compendium, this formation was good in restoring order in the midst of confusion, can start to create the foundations and start building out of scratch related to educations, soul searching and seeking enlightenment. Does it relate with the story that I tell you just now? Is it relate to that? If you know the story about the king. Yeah? Now, that's how Earth Dune actually comes in. How to use this in the real life, yeah? How to use this in real life? Or another perspective in Qimen. G-Earth is always a witness in Qimen walls. Witness is also related to trap. Yitwood is the advisor, realize where the trap is, okay, by really conquering the trap with open door. Another way to use it, yeah. So G-Earth represent witness, means that the Yitwood now as the one that can have the ability to connect wise, understandable, yeah, to, how to say, is like what is mentioning here, to do soul searching, to penetrate deep into one subconscious mind, to filter out the weakness, okay, to solve it, to conquer it. That's why it brings balance to you. So whenever you want to use Earth Dune, it's about connections. It's about really go back and rediscuss. Tells people seek for more related informations to how to conquer the current problem. So when you're using this to manifest, or you're going into a moment to control a situations, okay, a moment to control situations means that maybe the company have some argument is happening, boss is fighting with bosses, right? You with somebody is having an issue, you do not know how to solve this, and you want to use the Qimen to help you to minimalize the whole situation. You should use this Earth Dune. Okay? You should use this Earth Dune when Yit Wood together with G Earth and open door. Yeah? Okay? That's how it come by. Yeah? So the story, the Qimen story is very important actually. To understand the whole thing, the Qimen story is very important. Is it good with live door or is it good with rest door or not? I just want to ask you guys, yeah, because when you learn a lot with Qimen, can it be used or not? Everyone? Hello? Live door maybe cannot. No. Rest door maybe cannot. Live door maybe can. Okay? Yeah? Because the functions of the formations is to understand what is this the Yitwood is trying to do. Is to understand, yeah? Okay? Of course, if you look into element, yeah? If we use live door, it is not good enough. This is earth element. Open door is a metal element. Yitwood is basically a wood element. correct? Would counter Earth, Earth produced to open. Is GF still present or not? Number one, if it's not present. Hello? Nobody interacting with me. Hey, am I muted? Okay, too deep, yeah? It is not deep. This is basic. How to turn this? Okay, how to turn this for other usages? It totally depends on your creativity. Okay, all the components are not supposed to be fixated. This is what I like. Should not be fixated. Because one is fixated, it cannot be utilized. Yeah? Now, having fun with this? Rest door most likely cannot. Because water together with earth, in Qimen we call it muddy water. Yeah. With rest door indicate not doing anything. You don't want to have situations that you are not executing. So when the Yit wood is executing, that is, the Yit wood is now trying to conquer the GF. Yeah. Now, this is what I call, okay. Whatever that I share with you guys, don't you think that you can also figure it out yourself? Anyone agree with that? Number one. It's not that difficult. This is only the element interactions. Yeah. Now remember the Qimen war stories. So why is it the Jia? Now I always like to talk about this. Yeah, the war happened is because of Jia and Ji. Anyone remember what is these combinations produce out element or not? Anybody remember? When Jia combined with Ji, what is the element being produced out? Corne will say earth. So according to the Qimen war story that I tell you, according to Qimen war story that I tell you, yeah, isn't that Jia is losing himself in these situations? If this is the king losing himself, and the concubine becomes stronger. Correct? Yeah. Yeah, and that's how the entire war happened. That's how the Qimen War happened. And then if you look into all the formations based on the story that I tell you, you'll find them somehow are connected with each other. Okay? Somehow connected with each other. Yeah? Now, you see, then of course we will go into a thing fire situations. Okay. So Mendun is to Mendun are related to finding the right person. Okay, or summon the right person to ability to do the job. Okay, it's good for head hunting. Yeah. So according to the wall, Ting Fire is so creative. Ting Fire is a lady. Okay. Ting Fire is a lady. Yit Wood is also a lady. Yeah. So if a lady well managed, the member of the house, okay, if there is a, how to say, this lady, let's say this lady is any of three noble is a leader. Okay, this lady managed well the member of the house. Member of the house is rest door. Leader is a great moon. Okay, yeah. This all sort of way is telling this lady is good, yeah. Because Ting Fire in a chart is somebody that know well all the informations and data. So once that the lady manage well with the member and also very good with the informations of all the member, of course, it's easy to pinpoint who is the right person. Okay, who is the right person, yeah, to actually manage to find this person to help. Okay, to find this person to help, to find this person to, you just know everything about this person. Okay, so Mendun are related to that. It's a force, find the right person to do the right thing, send the right person to spy upon the others. Okay, because Ting Fire with Red Door is also an indications of a beautiful lady that is attractive, that is hidden from all people's sight. It can also be, this formations is also can be as a spy. Some people say it's Mendunya, but this actually also can be a spy. You can find the right person to work in your organizations. You can also find a person to go into others people organizations. Yeah, Ting Fire with Rest Dog. That's why we cannot escape the original formula. The original formula that was created by the old text. Okay, yeah. So that's why when people like to manifest, okay, for Mendun to find the right person. Now, this is also the wrong things that we are doing. One of the wrong things we did, it mentioned here to have a rest door in present. Rest door means you either gather people around or you already have a collections of data and informations of a lot of people around you, members around you. Then only you can find the right person to come up. These formations allow you to see through a person's behavior and their talents. It is good to summon the right people, but it is also good to find the people that is just beside you. Okay, it doesn't have to, because this Mendun also indicates that it doesn't have to find a person, but people that around you, you can force the person talent to be the greatest talent to manage things for you, or discover a person talent that is around you, that is successfully helping you. Okay, it doesn't indicate to find a new one. But most of the time we use into Mandarin, we actually go and find the new one. We think it's external. We really think like that. Yeah? So Mandarin can also help you to develop the way to see, to use a person. So remember that Think Fire is innovations, right? It's creativity. So that means Think Fire can be used to use a person, whatever the person wrong, bad behavior, or some sort of unconventional talent can be now fully utilized to become the right person to help you. Yeah? You see, Qimen, very interesting. Yeah? This is a good paid class. Okay? This is a good paid class. You guys agree with that? Better go for paid class, this one. Stan will say, yeah. Luckiest. Yeah. Nobody share like this. Of course, I can only say that this is my own research about how all this actually combines. Yeah? So all of this, all these forces was meant to be there to teach you how to look into Qimen, but not those that is just use the informations of Qimen. You guys agree? Based on the way that I share with you, I'm telling you why the formations was formed and why and how the three noble was being fully utilized. Okay, on how the free to be fully utilized. Yeah. Yeah, class. I'm not. That's good for Augustine. Okay, Dragon Dun. Anything with dragon are related to leveling up. Okay, anything with the Dragon Dun is talking about leveling up, moving into another place and be successful with that place. Okay, because it's more they say it's related to water element type. Yeah, it is good for people who are trading and buying people business. So Yit riding the dragon flow to reach another place. Okay. Most likely this related to moving, is related to going into a new venture. Yeah, going to new venture. And the Yit would then, I can't say the Yit would first, yeah. Moving into new venture is because that it was forced to do so. And you are looking into to become successful. Okay, looking to become successful. Now, if this, I think in the achievement year class, I never talked into these details. Is it, Agustin? I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's recorded, don't worry. Not recorded, then have to buy a class, then attend class next year. And not this year. Okay. Yeah. Now, so the Yitwood itself. Now, there's a story about the Yitwood, correct? Anybody know how did the war end with Qimen? How is it the war actually end with Qimen? Anybody know? Yeah, Yi would marry with Geng. So Bossy is in the class, yeah. So Yi married with Geng. After married, the war end. Because the war started with Geng, it should end with the Geng. So by ending the Geng, then the war basically end. But Yi combined with Geng, what element left? What element being produced out? The element is metal element. So these combinations represent sacrifice from the Yi wood. Okay, represent the sacrifice of the Yi wood. So when Yi would sacrifice, Yi would need to survive. Yeah, Yi would need to survive. Yeah. So even though the war end, but Yi would somehow fall into the what we call depressions. You actually see that, yeah, in 100 formations. You actually see that in 100 formations. So Yi in the end become the sacrificial for the entire Qimen out of war. Yeah, and landed in a very bad situations, and luckily was saved by Gui water. So metal produce water, water produce Yi. Correct? So in a state of marriage, is this a transition? Everybody. In a state of marriage, in normal traditional way, after that the husband and wife get married, the wife will follow the husband go back to the hometown. So the Geng itself, hometown of the Geng is actually northwest. Okay? Yeah? It's actually northwest. Huh? So when after the marriage, the transitions happen, which is what we call the big shift of event, big project on the go, traveling, logistic, hospitality business, shipping, transportations, expansion and growth of business is talking about these transitions. When Yi married with Geng, it's a very big transitions because it ends the war. Now this is the key word, yeah. It basically ends the war, and the war becomes subtle, no more war happening. It is a happy ending. That's mean big result. Okay, big result. Big goal achieved, big dreams actually achieved. Yeah, but to make sure in a chart, now this is the formations. To make sure that the Yi would survive and the transitions is good, and the Yi would still there to help to support the king. That's mean the return of the result, yeah. The Yi would will always, if Yi would landed on Qian with open door, the Yi will become strong and conquering. Every time you see open door, it means conquering. Yeah, the Yi would. So then, of course, if Yi would landed on the north, it's like being saved by the water. Okay, and then you get a good door to support back, then the Yi survive. Now this tell you the dragon dune. This also tell you that these formations related to water. Because without water, the yeast wood will not survive. Without the water, water also represents transitions in Chinese metaphysics. Yeah, one part and one part storytelling. Yeah. Okay, last time when I do the 100 formations, this is how I do 100 formations. Can you imagine? Now I only tell you a few parts. The 100 formations takes half year. That is the longer class that I teach. After that class, I don't feel like teaching. Everybody okay with that? Yes, it's a very long class that time. Yeah, I think even some of them call me the storyteller. Because that's how it actually combines. So if you look into 100 formation, this tell you when you want to go into a transition, right? You're now making a decisions. Okay, you're now making a decisions here to move into another level of your life. You need Dragon Dune a lot. Okay, you need Dragon Dunes a lot. Yeah, you want to move into the next transitions, next level of your life, next thing of you. Correct? You need to be, okay, to go into a surviving and good transit, is happy ending, is result based, then you need a Dragon Dune formations. Okay? Good with this, yeah? Any questions with this? Any questions with this? Yeah. This one opened a lot of people's most likely everybody will find it interesting because it opened up your understanding with this. Okay. Okay. Let me left this out for, should I left it out? Okay, I should not. Because I know there's got a lot of it. Yeah. Tiger Dune. Whenever that you see normally we see dragon, it indicates because in Chinese metaphysics it's like this, yeah. So when we see the name heaven, is about the sky, the heaven is beneficial. You know, Chinese metaphysics like this. When you see earth, that's mean everything nurturing. The name, yeah, is like this. When we see the dragon, the man is related to human-related realm, correct? When we see dragon, this is going to be very auspicious. When we see a tiger, this is going to be very aggressive. Like this, yeah, Chinese metaphysics is like this. All the wording that you get, okay, I think in Taoism, wording is also like this. Yeah, when you see tiger, this means it's going to be aggressive. This tiger is going to bite you. This person is going to have a full determinations towards you. Yeah, full discipline, full focus, because his tiger is like hunting. Okay, yeah, somehow it's related to that. Okay, somehow related to that. Yeah. Now, so when you see this, oh, let's go back a little bit. Just explain this part. This is how Qimen teach us back how to understand their palace. So some of these palace are related to the rules that is interrelated with the stem. Okay, certain rules. Yeah. So the more that you learn, the more that you realize that some palace have special function. That means their component have a special function. Okay, component with special functions. Yeah, I know this explained in a different way. It's another way of explanations. Okay, yeah. The palace itself brings a lot of different paths to make them stronger, better in some of the ways. Okay, yeah. Now, that's why when you go into Tiger Dun, it's like a step-by-step learning progress. When you look at the Tiger Dun, you will see that, okay, why is only Geng with Yit Wood Sing Metal is like that? Yeah, why is only Geng Metal with West is like this? Yeah, good night, Joanne. Yeah, so this is going to be last, yeah. Okay, so there's many explanations because Geng related, when you look back into trigram, we will say Geng related to young boy. Okay, new focus. Yeah, Geng itself, of course, the trigram also related to mountain trigram. Yeah, the one that stands still, the one that observe. Okay, yeah. So then you realize that, okay, now rest, this Yit Wood is here, Sing Matter is here. Yeah. This also have a hidden related component to 12 growth phases. That's why I say Qimen tissue bag. The formation itself related to the 12 growth phases. Yeah, Yit Wood in here is stronger. Yit Wood in here supposed to counter. Rest door, like the meaning just now, yeah. So Sing produce rest, rest produce Yit Wood. Live door now is very strong. Sing matter now, okay, is also very strong in this place. Supposed to be conquered, to be hidden. Yeah, so you will see that, okay, Yit Wood are prosperous in these sectors. This is 12 growth. Sing is nourished and conceived in this sector. This is also 12 growth related formula. Okay, so you got graveyard in Froham, right? You got Froham in graveyard, right? So if you have graveyard, of course, the 12 grove also have its own indications inside the palace. So this is when you learn Qimen, yeah? So the formula is like this. So from first heaven, earth, man, then dragon. Now we come to tiger. So you will see from less, the formula is more simple, move into more sophisticated over and over time. Yeah, that the achievement itself teach you back that why this happened, and can you use this reference for others? It's up to your creativity on how to use it. It's not fixated. But some people will feel it's fixated. Yeah. Yeah. If you know it all, everything only have one usage. Okay. When I tell you like this, oh, cannot. This is wrong. Yeah. So this depends on you. So I'm the one who are using it with the board. I don't think there's a problem. I think it's functioning well. Because now I know that if I want to use Qimen to the max, I need to know how that this actually comes by. I cannot just say, oh, this fixated like that, then it will actually just like that, cannot be used in any other way possible. Okay, there's a meaning why they are using in this kind. When they tell you this is the formula, you're the one have to realize that this formula relate to that. And if one formula can use, it can use in all other formula. Okay, now, so of course there's story about this too. This Yit Wood and Sing metal. Do you know what is this formations actually is in Qimen? This is called green dragon escape. This is one of the worst dramatic type of dramatic type of formations. Very drama. Yeah, every time we got a problem, they try to run away. So why is it got green dragon escape? How did this green dragon escape actually come by? Without the rest door, this is Sing Metal attacking the Yi wood. Yeah, so when your intentions is weak, very easy that you will give up. Yeah, so we learned about Yi wood just now, right? Is somebody that talks, neutral, find connections with things. If you are not seeking to find solutions and seeking to find people to help you, then you're very weak in the middle. How is it that you can help the kingdom to manage the kingdom? Yeah, how is it that you can actually do that? You cannot do that. That's why the Yi wood is called the green dragon escape. It being subdued by the Sing metal, and somehow the Yi wood basically die. Okay, basically die. Huh? So, which is why it was actually the Tiger Dun related to this person stay on. The Yi would stay on because the rest door was there to support the Yi wood conquering the problem, conquering the Sing metal. Yeah. So when it was conquering the Sing metal, that means the Yi woods have the ability to continue, stay on, strong, yeah, to achieve things. And because in these situations, this person will also use underhanded way to get to the goal. The Yi wood now will tell all kinds of stories to escape and then come back again to win this particular war or to fulfill the dreams that the Yi wood wanted it to be. Yeah. So that's why they say this formation indicates you are long-lasting, full to win over everything. So when you get the Tiger Tune, that is the indications of it. Strong, aggressive actions. You maybe will use underhanded activities because you're now using aggressive type of tactics. Yeah. You can also conquer your enemy by playing with the enemy. Because Yi would with Sing metal, now you play longer with the enemy. Yeah, slowly play around with the enemy so that the enemy in the end will be conquered by you. That's when the rest door come in. Of course, the live door support the Yi would become overly strong. The live door will also support the Sing metal become overly strong. So Sing metal in the northeast is a good component. Yeah. Yeah. Thinking the rest door not doing anything. Yes, you can also think in that way. But the rest door allow the Yi wood to take a break out of everything. Okay? And it would drain away the Sing metal. Yeah. That's why I say when you learn Qimen, you look into their formation, they teach you back how this thing actually comes by. Okay? How this actually comes by. Yeah. So when you use this Tiger Tune, when is it that you want to use it? When you're in certain situations, you want to build your resilience, you want to build your courage, you're now having a lot of problem. You know that problem cannot be solved by any means, but only time. Tiger Tune is the formations for you to use. Okay? Yeah? Now you understand this part. So the Kang metal with open door in the west, it is also because of 12 growth. Yeah. So if you learn Qimen, now, if you learn Qimen wars with me, Zinc metal is the most petty and most cunning, the worst type of stem in Qimen, not Geng. Because Geng, after married with the Yit wood, the Geng basically just, I'm going to support the Jia and help the Jia manage the kingdom because I'm already married with Yit. And now I'm thinking that this is the right path for me. But Zinc metal is the sister of the Geng, continuously fight the war. Yeah. So when you understand Zinc in that way, if get the live door and the Geng Gua in here, this Zinc metal now have full power to do whatever that she want to do. Right? And Zinc metal is one of the ferocious white tiger inside the chart. Yeah, it's one of the ferocious white tiger. Yeah, we call it ferocious white tiger. Yeah, so Zinc metal then will be able to conquer, continuously fighting with the intentions of its own goals, that is to overthrow the king. Yeah, so Zinc metal landed here, get the way to perform that. Okay, when a gun landed in the open door, in the west, this will become another story. Yeah, Geng now, after the marriage, yeah, so you see Geng and Xing original palace is actually Duigua, or you can say northwest. But when Geng is conquering the Dui, no more scheme, no more people scheming behind the scene to overthrow the king anymore. Yeah, when Geng will open door means Geng now become a very straightforward justice person. No more hanky-panky, no more scheming, no more scamming. Yeah, and have the way to conquer all this so that no other problem will counter the king to threaten the kingdom. Since that the Geng right now already supporting the Jia. Yeah. Now, isn't that learned a lot of things? Isn't that learned a lot of things? That's why you see, force people to seclusions, retreat to your present and status, forcing into new roles, raise leadership. So that all the formations is telling you that. Yeah. Now you will have a very magical, special way to look into these formations. Yeah. Having fun? Okay. Yeah. Now, the way that I share right now is because of the board that was actually in present. You guys actually can use it when you know what this is actually for. Of course, there's a guide at there. Okay. So I'm giving you these informations to you so that you guys also know how to, oh, now I can utilize this. It sounds very interesting. Correct? Yeah. Now, any more questions? Before I end this and we continue tomorrow, I don't think we can finish all, but let's have fun with this. Any more questions? You guys good? Any comment with this? Any one of you haven't subscribed to the bot? You guys should subscribe because this part only available for those in premium. Not for free. Free only you get the Green Dragon and double deceptions. Katie will say me. Yeah. Okay. So I hope this brings good information to everyone. Prishana, 9 tune and everything is still in the premium. So all the formations exist in the premium. So you need to go into the Qimen formation site. You can actually select the 9 dun and the 5 fade. Correct, right? Okay. So thank you all for joining. I hope you guys enjoy this storytelling. Yeah, I try to make it as simple as possible, but I hope you guys have fun with that. Learning some stories is good. Okay. So good night to all of you. See you guys tomorrow. And if you guys got any questions, please put inside the group. Okay. Yeah. So thank you to everyone. Bye.